In the span of 25 years, so from 1976 to 2001, a man named Carl Fulvis gave us 7 wonderful books. Some of the best gems are hidden within the pages of these books here. Now, of course, the books I'm talking about is the Self-Working series by Carl Fulvis. So, this channel is all about giving you guys the best magic and the best material that I could possibly find from my library. Alright, and so what I've done here with these books is I've gone through, read them all, and I've picked out the best gems, or my favorite things from these books, and put my own touches on them and my own thinking and handlings on them, and I'm going to give you guys what I think is the real gold from these books here. So these are all the books, and I want to show you guys what we have here, and these are in order, so this is the order in which we'll be learning. Okay, so the first book is, of course, the #1 gem, Self-Working Card Tricks. Okay, after that, we have Self-Working Mental Magic, which deals with some cards, but also, you know, dice, ESP, things like that as well. Next, we have Self-Working Number Magic, so you can imagine what this is all about. Alright, so next we have more Self-Working Card Tricks. Next, we have Self-Working Close-Up Card Magic. And next, we have new Self-Working Card Tricks. And last but not least, we have my best Self-Working Card Tricks. Alright, so these are in order, and this is the way in which we'll be learning together. So we're going to start with book 1, and actually the first trick from the book is called No Clue Discoveries. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So in the original No Clue Discovery, what was happening there is that you had a key card, okay? And so since you had the key card on top of their selection, you would simply start dealing cards like this face up, and then you would have them name the cards out loud as you deal them. Now, the effect was you would be able to detect the faintest change in their voice when they saw their own card, right? So that's a pretty nice plot. It's pretty cool, but what I want to do instead is sort of a lie detection aspect of this routine. So I changed the handling a bit and the overall presentation, but the overall feel and the theme is still there in the original. So here's how this effect would appear for an audience. So what I would have them do is we're going to take a random sample of cards from the middle of the deck, okay? So they would just cut about half of the cards and take them like this. Now what I would have them do is start dealing cards face down like this into a pile, and they can take cards from the bottom, they can take cards from the center, they can mix them a little bit, and then deal some more and stop whenever they feel like there's enough cards. Okay, so when they do that, they put the rest on the deck. Now you'd have to admit that this is definitely a random sample of cards from the middle of the deck, none of which that I could have predicted beforehand. That's fair to say, and that's legitimate. Now what we're going to have them do here is they're going to try to estimate or predict how many cards they think they put on the table. And so if they don't say it out loud, they just keep it to themselves, okay? So so they take them and they're going to count them, okay? They can do it out loud. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cards. Now at this point I would ask them, were you right or were you wrong in your estimation of these cards? Now, what I want you to do was lie to me. So if you predicted right, just say no. Say, no, I was not right. But if you are wrong, say, yes, I was right. So in other words, just lie about your prediction, okay? So let's say in this case, they say, yes, I was right, okay? So, I would sit back and I'd be like, okay, interesting. I can work with that, okay? So I can detect the lie in your voice, I believe, okay? So now what I would have them do is, just in case anybody saw something, burn the top card in the middle of the deck, and same with the bottom card, just in case you think I saw something, okay? So now look at your top card and remember it. So they do, they take a look at that card. Now they put it in the middle, shuffle it around, so nobody could know where their card was. They put these in the middle, they shuffle the whole deck, just to really make sure their card is mixed within the deck. Alright, so something like this. Now what we're going to have them do here is I'm going to show them cards, and they're going to say no each time they see a card. So if they see their own card, they say no. So I say, is this your card? They say no. They do that for each card. Even if they see their card, they say no. And since I'm detecting your lie, I'm going to be able to detect when you're lying. Okay, here we go. Just say no each time when you see your card. No, 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 no. Oh, hold on. No, I think I detected a lie back there in these cards here. Maybe a few back. I'm gonna go with maybe one of these. I think it's maybe one of these two here that you lied on. I think one of these two is your card here. No. This one, I think this one feels right. This time, tell the truth. What was your card? Queen of Clubs. Okay, so I hope you liked that little demonstration there. It was kind of hard to do for a camera, right, because of the whole lying thing, but I hope you get the gist of the effect there. So what's happening here is a few different things. It's some psychological subtleties, So, the first thing, of course, is the key card. And the key card in this case is of course, our best friend, the edge mark and the pencil dot. If you don't know what that is, it's basically, guys, just self-explanatory. You have a little dot in the corner of the card. You can probably see it right there. That little dot there on the white corner, so you can see it in the deck when it's spread. But also you have, you know, your edge mark, so you just take a pencil, rub it on the side, so you can see that little dot on the side of the card in the middle of the deck. All right, so it's your best friend for life, the edge mark and pencil dot. Okay, so that starts second from top of the deck. So you have it on top, plus one random card on top of that, and you're ready to go. Now, I like to give the deck a brief shuffle beforehand, just so it looks like the deck is being mixed, but really you're just keeping the two top cards in place, the random card plus the force card, which is the key card, okay? So I like it whenever the force card is actually the key card. A lot you can do with it, okay? So now we're going to do a force that I kind of developed after doing Regulé's shuffle deal force thing so much, okay? So what we're going to have them do here is you're going to say to them, we're going to take a random sample of cards from the middle of the deck. And so what you do is ask them to cut off about half the deck, okay? So now you go into Regulé's shuffle and deal procedure, which is just, you know, like a holdout of the top cards that you have here. So ask them to start dealing cards face down into a pile after they cut them like this. So they start doing that. And, you know, after a couple of cards, after a few cards, you say, look, you can deal from the bottom, deal from the middle. The goal here is to get a random sample of cards that is totally random. So mix them all around, deal wherever you want to, from wherever you want to, and stop whenever you feel like there's enough cards, blah, blah, blah. And so all of this is enough to really convince them that this is totally random. And say, when you're done, put the rest back on top of the deck. Now look at this. It really feels like that these came randomly from the middle, doesn't it? It's kind of great. But of course, the real situation here is that you have that random card on the bottom of the packet, and right above that you have that pencil-dotted force card. So we're right where we need to be. So now you say, look, I want you to try and guess and predict how many cards are in this packet. But don't say it out loud. Just keep it to yourself, okay? So think about it for a moment, and when you have it, just lock it in and say, yes, I have it, okay? So maybe they guess at 13 in this case. Who knows? So after they have their guess and they're keeping it to themselves, very important, you say, pick up the packet and count them to the table out loud. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so you say, whether you were right or wrong, don't tell me. Just keep it to yourself, but I want you to tell me, just lie to me. If you were wrong, say yes, I was right. But if you were right, say no, I was wrong. So in other words, just lie about your answer. Okay, so in this case, I would say yes, I was right, but of course I was wrong, right? But that's they're doing. Now, what's really happening here is that you've managed to get that force card second from top of their packet. And that's really the only reason why you're having them count them in the first place, is not only does it make sense for the trick, but it also, you need to do it so you can force the card on them. And this is how you do it. You ask them to pick up the packet, and you say, just in case somebody saw something, burn the top card, put the top card in the middle. Same with the bottom card, burn the bottom card, put it in the middle. Now take a peek, take a secret peek at your top card. I don't want to look, I'll turn away. And so they take a look at their top card, which is the force card, which is pencil dotted, okay? So now you ask them to put it in the middle, mix it all around, then put this little packet in the middle of the deck, and mix the whole deck around. Alright, so they do that. Now, it doesn't matter how much they mix these, because, again, you know where it is all the time because of that edge mark on the side of the deck. Alright, so when you pick up the deck, you say, look, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to show you cards like this, and I want you to say no each time. Even if you see your card, I want you to say no. And since I know when you're lying, I'm going to try to pick up on the lie that you tell me. Okay, so what you're going to do here is you need to position, well, I think it works better for the trick if you position that card close to the top, like maybe a quarter down on the deck, and that's very easy to do with the gestures. So if you see that your edge mark is way down here on the bottom, you say, look, I'm gonna show you cards like this, and you're gonna say no each time on the card. Even if you see it, just say no every time. So you see what I've done there? In that gesturing action, showing cards like this, I've just simply cut the card closer to the top. See, now it's right here, close to the top. I'll try to demonstrate what I'm talking about here by turning the card sideways. So imagine this sideways card is just you seeing the edge mark, okay? So it's all the way down here at this point. So I'm saying, look, I'm going to show you cards like this, and if you see your card, just say no. Say no every time, even if you see your card. And so now you've positioned that card close to the top where you want it to be for this trick. So at this point, you're just showing them cards like this, and all you're going to do here is look for your pencil dot, okay? So they're saying no, they're saying no on all these cards, obviously, right? So you're doing this kind of fast, and so when you do see your card here, they say no, and they might actually, like, give it away with their voice too. Like you might not even need the pencil dot. They might, when they lie, they might actually like trip themselves up and like panic a little bit. And you might actually be able to hear it in their voice sometimes. Okay, so they'll say no there, but don't stop there. Obviously, when you see your dot, keep going like nothing happened. Okay, so just keep going with it. Like deal a few cards past, like maybe 3, 4, or 5 cards past it. Say, ooh, I think I detected a lie back there. I think I noticed a slight change in your voice. I think it was back here on one of these cards here. So what I like to do is if you just simply took it out and be like, boom, there it is. Oh, okay, cool. I like to milk it, okay? So what I like to do here is say, I think it was back here on one of these cards, maybe one of these two, I believe. You told a lie on. Let's see. No, I think it was maybe I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it was this one. All right, so you're just milking. You obviously see the pencil dotted card here, but you're just doing this as a, you're just it's all about presentation, right? So for the first time, what was your card? And tell me the truth this time. The Queen of Clubs. There it is.